Welcome to Tzu Chi This Week. I'm Maggie, Tsai. Thank you for joining us. Tzu Chi volunteers will visit the disaster area and examine the reconstruction of a local church. Doctors discovered combining traditional Chinese and Western medicine can effectively treat colorectal cancer. Suzhou recycling class students learn to cherish the precious water resources after a field trip. 2 years ago, a massive earthquake hit Ecuador. U.S. Tzu Chi volunteers provided disaster relief assistance, and they have been accompanying the affected residents all the way till now. In St. Vincent, a local church is under construction. It's estimated that at the end of the year, the nuns' dormitory will be completed first. This time, Tzu Chi volunteers headed back to physically see the transformation of both the building and the local residents.
We're seeing how the St. Andres de Canoa complex construction has progressed. The parish priest's home is almost done, and same for the sisters and nuns. Tzu Chi financed this project. Where the old church's roof was real heavy and that caused the structure's collapse. We're in a highly seismic place and we have received things like that. Even from the moment construction began, you could see that people changed their way of thinking. And you could say, as I would, that hope returned.
After 2.5 years already, and a bit more since the earthquake, we see you haven't forgotten us. We won't ever forget you guys either.
The
work Tzu Chi does is a beautiful one. Volunteers join little by little, and it's huge to see people are responding.
Y para uno es muy grande de ver cómo la gente va respondiendo. Hay mucho cariño, hay mucha.
There's a lot of love, security, and trust in the Tzu Chi Foundation. They told us we'll be back, and they were. Now they'll stay with us forever on our minds and in our hearts.
Siempre en nuestras mentes y en nuestros corazones.
Con nuestra querida fundación.
To our beloved foundation, who are our family, and we appreciate the presence of all of you who've come here.
De cada uno de ustedes que han venido acá.
Uno no se sigue a la religión, uno lo que le llena es.
It matters not one's religion if what fulfills you is serving others. I find a very beautiful mission in that, because they share who they are as people, and we can all unite under those bonds of fraternity.
También unirnos esos lazos de fraternidad.
Gracias allá a Taiwán.
Thanks to Taiwan to Master Zhen Yan, a fraternal greeting to her on behalf of all the people of Canoa.
Let's celebrate this special day. Every time the Tzu Chi Foundation visits our shores, it will be special.
Será un evento muy especial.
In the aftermath of the massive earthquake in Mexico, U.S. Tzu Chi volunteers have held aid distributions for the affected residents. Tzu Chi has also promised to hold 4 free clinics a year to safeguard the health of the local residents. Tzu Chi volunteers also seize this opportunity to inspire local doctors to serve their fellow countrymen, spreading love in the area.
Continue to help local volunteers, including the doctors and general volunteer and the medical volunteer, to establish their own ability to perform and help with the local people.
Because we come all this way here, it costs a lot of money and time and effort, and we couldn't continue to serve people here. So it's very important that we educate the people here and also cooperate with the local volunteer and the doctors so they can carry over the medical mission here, continue to serve the people here locally.
I think everything in nature has its principles and karma. At the right time and place, people can instinctively help us achieve our goals. I felt it's not necessary to make any preparations because of karma. Immediately, we can get together and do meaningful things to help people.
I am participating as a volunteer doctor. I'm originally from here, so I felt the need to participate because it seems illogical to me that people come from far away to help this community and are doing this important matter. And the local doctors who are originally from here, who were born here, are not participating. We are not helping the community that we are a part of.
I'm very happy because she treated me so well. That gave me confidence to tell her what I have. Because the truth is, the doctor gave me great attention, and I thank you for treating me so well.
Because of their love and big heart and also commitment, I'm very happy to announce they are going to promote and carry out the mission of healing.
TMA members work together with local volunteers to hold a free clinic in Xochimilco of Mexico. More than 550 local residents seized the opportunity to seek medical attention and consultation. To improve their residents' quality of life, the medical staff also gave them health education. Among the medical volunteers, U.S. Tzu Chi volunteer King Wu served a clinic despite his injured knee.
When the Dr. Yang says we have Mexican free clinic, right? I'm thinking, says, yes, I want to go. 3 weeks ago, I was hurt my knees, very pain. But in this is fine, this is good for me. I still can move around and I do my mission. I saw the many cases of the patient. Their gum line, the teeth off, the nerve system has many problems.
We learned how to properly brush our teeth. They taught us to use small vibrations when brushing.
If we're using the wrong brush or we're using the wrong technique to brush the teeth, we will have all the bacteria.
¿Te tienes que cepillar 2 veces al día?
You have to brush twice a day, in the morning and at night, so that your teeth are clean. Brush slowly, otherwise you can hurt your gums and teeth.
Para que no te lastimes las encías y las muelas.
I have brought the hula hoop to use as a reference with my patients to assist with posture corrections. It's my first time here. I've come to share health and wellness. It's important to change the paradigm and perspective. Stop fighting with ourselves. We need to love and respect and get familiar with our bodies. The body speaks when you are silent. When you realize it, you're like, okay.
Okay.
I appreciate the attention she gave me. These are good people who treat you well and help a lot.
Your posture, breathing, and thoughts will also help improve your health. The vision that Tzu Chi has is that we are all family. We are all one. It surprised me a lot that they came from another country. It's a great experience for me.
At the last Tzu Chi Free Clinic in Mexico this year, a group of Tzu Chins have come along with TMA members to serve those in need. By carrying out Tzu Chi's medical mission, they realized that love transcends ethnicities and religious differences. The experience made them more determined to walk the Tzu Chi path.
Our master already teach us we must to transform to the young generation. Fortunately, right now we do have some people, some young generation, they can come overseas to do the international disaster relief.
Right now, I'm being a member of the dental team. I'm assisting the dentist, so I'm a dental assistant. basically doing all the grunt work. I knew that if I became a dental assistant, I would be guaranteed a spot here. So I went through the dental assistant training in New York.
I would say it's one of the few things in my life that I feel like gives me a real sense of fulfillment. It's really important to me to be doing something for the greater good without having to get anything in return. Like, I think that it's important to be selfless, and Tzu Chi has always taught me that from a young age.
I've never experienced it before. I've done some local disaster relief, like hurricanes hitting Texas, but to see Tzu Chi operate on such a large scale is very inspiring. I'm never able to interact with people of such different cultures and races without any barriers. I think that's the most inspiring thing about Tzu Chi, where they can interact with so many different people.
This is my first foreign international mission. I'm helping all the patients, taking their blood pressure, their temperature, their blood glucose, and I'm also taking their pulse to make sure that everything's all right. We want to help people all around the world. I'm a young person right now. I'm still in college, and I feel that with this great opportunity that I can actually begin a path where I can start on this path of giving with Tzu Chi.
The local volunteers, we try to train them to be more independent, which means that they can learn how to operate the whole free cleaning service.
I am supporting the Tzu Chi Foundation because it's a foundation that gives a lot of love, much love to all Mexicans. They love Mexico.
When the earthquake of September 2017 hit, I saw the support of the people and I said to myself, I feel better. Today, I am little calmer. I can also help others like they do.
Les agradecemos mucho, Maestra Chen. Muchísimas gracias.
We thank you very much, Master Chen Yan, because you send us great warriors. They've come far to give free consultations. We love you, Master Chen Yan. Mexico loves you too.
Con todo mi amor y amor de México, que la ama.
Viva Mexico! Viva Tzu Chi! Gracias.
Colorectal cancer is not only one of the top 3 causes of cancer mortality rates in the world, but it is also common for comorbidity, making it more complex for clinical management. Dalian Tzu Chi Hospital's research has shown that the cure rate for colorectal cancer patients is more than 70%. Plus, if patients receive integrated traditional Chinese and Western medicine treatments, the survival rate is significantly improved. The co-treatment for colorectal cancer is an advantage for the patient's overall health outlook.
Colorectal cancer is currently rated as the #1 cancer diagnosis in Taiwan. According to statistics, 85% of colorectal cancers are caused by large intestine polyps lesions. As time goes by and the effects of carcinogens in life, sometimes the polyps will turn into malignant tumors. The 65-year-old Jian Sulan doesn't look like anything's off with her, actually has colorectal cancer. At the present, the main treatment methods for colorectal cancer are chemotherapy, radiotherapy, and surgery. Dr. Xu Dawen, a colorectal surgeon, is an expert in this field.
We have a 70% cure rate. Most of the patients can all go back to their everyday lives before they were diagnosed. Farmers can go back to farming. Business vendors can go back to selling products. Teachers can go back to teaching. It's pretty much the same. Although, yes, there are still some minor residual symptoms such as fatigue, physical weakness, diet issues, and bowel movement issues. All these still need the help from traditional Chinese medicine.
According to the needs of the patients, Western medicine eradicates the disease, while traditional Chinese medicine regulates one's physical conditions. This is the most common treatment model Dalian Tzu Chi Hospital is using. On the TCM side, doctors first need to fully understand the treatment and medication that was given on the Western medicine's part. Then it will be able to accurately grasp the physical condition of the patient.
In the case of Miss Jen, we tend to use medicated leaven. In TCM, this type of ingredient aims to calm in the GI tract. It's always an individualized treatment plan. So, we always look at each patient's overall physical condition before administering any types of treatment. Sometimes they feel better, sometimes worse. As a result, we always make adjustments accordingly. There's no way we can just eliminate the tumor immediately, but we can help her body maintain a stable condition. Slowly, the body will become more resistant to tumors. Then, with the combination of Western medicine, the result will be much better.
After seeing Dr. Ye receiving acupuncture treatments and taking traditional Chinese medicine, there's a big difference. Really, it's night and day.
It's always best when TCM and Western medicine combines forces with one another and do not easily change one's attending physician in the course of treatment. This way, one is updated on the latest development of the disease, and more importantly, early detection leads to early treatment. One must pay close attention to own lifestyles and seek immediate medical attention if something goes awry. Do not take our bodies for granted.
In China, Changsha Tzu Chi volunteers have been caring for a man who became physically challenged after a work-related accident. Back in 1999, he was burned by high voltage at a construction site and had to be amputated. He was so depressed that he thought of ending his own life. Fortunately, with the love of his parents, he eventually learned to care for himself and write Chinese calligraphy and draw by holding the pen with his mouth. Since Tzu Chi volunteers started to care for the family less than a year ago, the man has become even more optimistic.
你儿子就是像这个样子有好多年了。19年了。刚开始也是你老在照顾他吧？后来就是他自己就全部学会了。这个已经隔了4、5年了。
While working at a construction site in 1999, I was burned by high voltage currents. The villagers and kind-hearted people saved my life. I underwent 4 big surgeries and 7 to 8 minor surgeries. I was hospitalized for a total of 64 days. After that, I was discharged because I could not afford the medical bills anymore. It was worse than dying. I wanted to end my life, but I couldn't even do that. Then my mother had to feed me on the bed. I was bedbound for 5 years. Later I thought since my parents were getting older, I couldn't just lie in bed for a lifetime. Therefore I placed a pillow on the blanket and practiced getting up, crawling like an earthworm. I practiced for 3 years before I could sit up by myself.
慢慢抱起来，我自己单独练习做，我练个3年，才能够单独的做起来。
To apply for government subsidies, Zhou practiced writing for a month before handing in the application. In addition, he practiced drawing and writing Chinese calligraphy.
Nothing is impossible if you put your mind to it. I think that makes sense. Later, I wrote letters and reports for other people. As I helped others, I also feel joyful. I became more confident. Then with the care of Tzu Chi volunteers, I became more optimistic and hopeful about the future.
When Zhou's electric wheelchair needed repairs, Tzu Chi volunteers brought new tires, a battery, and a nearby mechanic came to help out. After Zhou became physically challenged after the incident, his wife had to leave home for work. Therefore, there's minimal contact with the family.
妈妈讲呢，要是他也看到我样子也不想回来，就叫不乖媳妇。我真的不乖嘞。他把当剧院去看待，病院。
Zhou's family cherishes the help they have gotten from Tzu Chi and want to also treat others with empathy.
A Tzu Chi volunteer in Xiamen who once enjoyed smoking and drinking alcohol, he later underwent surgery for a brain hemorrhage and was introduced to Tzu Chi. 4 years ago, he started to do recycling diligently and has gotten rid of his bad habits. Although he was diagnosed with oral cancer 2 years ago, he vowed to overcome his illness and inspire more people to do recycling.
I'm not doing this for my own benefit, but out of my love for the earth. To keep the earth clean, I will bend down to pick up the recyclables no matter how dirty they are.
He loved to drink alcohol since youth. He was an alcoholic. After drinking, he would beat and scold people. Neighbors were afraid of him.
When I was 13 or 14 years old, I only wanted to smoke and drink. Then I often ended up in police station. The policeman said that although you don't commit big crimes, you get into many small troubles.
After joining Tzu Chi, he quit smoking and drinking. His character changed a lot.
I want to overcome my illness. After becoming healthy, I'll inspire my neighbors to do recycling. Our biggest blessing comes when we are able to help other people. Being helped by people is a lifetime of suffering.
Students from the Suzhou recycling class went on a field trip to visit the water plant and learn about the process to clean water. Young students took notes mindfully as they've come to realize that clean water doesn't come easily. The experience has inspired many to cherish the water resources. The recycling volunteer gave an inspiring speech on the way to the water plant from the Tzu Chi ground.
Shouldn't we treasure water resources if we love our Mother Earth? We don't want the last drop of water left on the earth to be our tear.
The guide took students to visit the facility and gave them a detailed introduction. Students took notes mindfully.
The water from the lake hasn't been filtered yet, so there will be dirt like these white dots on the surface. After passing here, they will be screened.
Students have learned that clean drinking water has to go through a complicated and lengthy process from precipitation, filtration to purification.
It takes a lot of time and effort to filter the water repeatedly. That's why I must limit my water usage at home.
After the tour, students have new insights on saving water resources as they've learned how clean water doesn't come easily. This field trip has taught these young students to save up water in daily life and cherish the precious water resources. The Burnaby City government in Canada has rented a city center building to Tzu Chi's local liaison office for $1 per month in thanks of Tzu Chi's dedication. Many government representatives attend the inauguration. We'll leave you with these images and thank you for joining us.